and crazy. What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy 2K. This is my full Obsession movie spoiler review. Obsession is the new horror movie I've seen. Hit that subscribe button, like up this video, only if you want to join the elite 2K squad. And let's get started. We're gonna start off with the story first, and then we'll move down to the characters. The story is simple. The movie is about this dude liking his co-worker, aka his friend, Nikki, and the main character's name is Bear, played by actor Chris Johnson, I think that's his name, and Nikki played by Indy Navarrete, I think that's her name. It's a simple premise. He likes her, so he goes to this old, torn down store, got a ancient artifact called a One Wish Willow. He wishes that she loved him back, and from there, the spell happens instantly. And as the spell happens instantly throughout the movie, it gets more crazy, demented, and insane as the movie plays along. I'm trying to tell you. And that's why it's important. Be careful what you wish for. All right, remember that. So he does a wish, and he didn't think nothing of it. He didn't think it would actually work. He thought this stuff was fake garbage, but no, it actually worked. Starting off with the story. Let me finish the story before I move to the characters. The story was pretty simple. A girl being under a spell, obsessed with a guy. We've seen this story before in some horror movies, but the way it took a simple story like being obsessed with someone and twisted it. The director Curry Barker, this is his first ever full-length movie. Congrats to him. This is a great movie. First time making a movie. That's awesome. He does comedy skits on YouTube and Instagram. You can follow him on his socials, IG, Curry Barker. But he's the director of this movie. But the way he took a simple premise, being obsessed, turned it into a full-on great horror movie, and taking a simple story like being obsessed with someone and twisting it into a violent, wild, creepy story. Like, there was a scene where he, the main character Bear, after he did a wish, snapped the little One Wish Willow thing that was like a bar. He just snapped it, and then Nikki literally in 1 second, like she ran to the car, but he didn't hear her footsteps. She was like this. As soon as he looked up, she was like this. As soon as he snapped the One Wish Willow thing, she was already present. And that's how quick the spell worked in this movie. But yeah, the story was amazing. I love how he took a simple story, like I said, and turned it into an amazing horror movie. This isn't an average horror movie. This is probably the greatest of 2026 so far. But moving on to the characters, starting off with the main character, Bear, played by Chris Johnson. His character is very, very interesting. Like, he's like, how do I put this so y'all understand? Like, when he's around Nikki and his homeboys, his friends, one of his homeboys named Ian, he's like so introverted and quiet. Like, he keeps stuff to himself, but then again, he likes to get himself out there. Like, what do I mean? I mean, like, he likes to, and guys, there was a scene of Bear telling like Nikki, saying, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, you're acting creepy. What's happening?" Even though he knows what's happening, because the wish. This is why be careful what you wish for. But anyway, he was saying like, well, "What are you doing and stuff? Like, you gotta chill out." Because at game night, like I said, when she just the awkward laughter, the awkward movements, and trying to interact with Bear's friends is just so weird. So he pointed that out. And sometimes I think there's some theories going around on TikTok, Instagram I saw, saying that Bear is actually the main villain of this movie. And I 100% believe that. At first I didn't, and I said, I get it now, because for one, he's the one that did the wish. And he was acting selfish in some of the scenes, like saying what's so bad about loving him and not caring for who's under the effect of this spell he made. So in a way, he is kind of a villain, but also Nikki. But he's the real main villain. Now that I'm thinking about it, Bear's the real main villain of this movie. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I think Bear's the main villain. Be careful what you wish for. Don't be like Bear. You gotta be careful what you wish for. Don't be like Bear though. In that One Wish Willow employee where Bear was then sitting in his car in the middle of the night talking to the One Wish Willow employee saying, can he return this? Can he refund this to make the spell done? This nonsense gone. And the One Wish Willow employee talking about, sorry, we don't do that. Like, bro, he talking about they don't do refunds. He did a whole spell. He told him like what happened and is there any way to stop this? But unfortunately, once you do the wish, there's no stopping it. You either take out yourself or take out, like I said, the person that's under the spell. That's how it goes. And then Bear just completely rages out inside of his car. It was kind of funny, but I know it's not really funny, but it was just kind of funny how he just, as soon as he hung up the phone, he said, all right, bet. All right, yeah, all right, bet. And he was just screaming like that. Bear was crashing out for real. He likes to engage in conversations. Like there was one example, they was at a party, and this is before the spell, he did the spell, the One Wish Willow, and he was talking to his friend Ian, his homeboy Ian, saying, I like her, should I tell her? And his homeboy Ian was talking about like, yeah, don't be scared, like basically go tell her how you feel about her. I mean, just go ahead and tell her. There's nothing to be scared of. And that's really relatable, especially for the guys out there in high school, middle school, if y'all like a girl, and sometimes we be scared to go up to that girl. That's so relatable, and that's what I love about his character. He's so relatable on so many levels. I'm also introverted, so that's why he's also relatable to me. But yeah, he's like he's so scared, but yet so extroverted. And those who don't know what extroverted means like being around people. And introverted means you don't like being around people. But it looks like when I see him on screen interacting with Nikki or any other of his friends, he's like introverted, but then again he puts himself out there with anybody in conversation. He just engages conversation with anybody, especially when it has something to do with the girl he likes, his co-worker Nikki, and they both work at a guitar shop. I forgot the name, but they work at a guitar shop, and yeah, that's a great character. I love this character. It's sad what happened to the end, and I'll get to that. But moving on to Nikki. Oh boy, when I tell you this girl was freaky, crazy, wild, scary, Indy Navarrete, who plays Nikki, she killed this role. Give her 9 nominations, 9 Oscars, whatever you gotta do, give it to her right now, because she killed that role. Every scene she's in, her presence, when she's under the spell, it gives you, they don't even have jump scares in this movie, and basically the scariest part isn't jump scares because it's not in this movie. Well, there's like a few, like, typical horror movies have that, but this one doesn't. I love that it doesn't rely on jump scares like a typical horror movie. Instead, it embodies the silence and the presence of Nikki when she's under the spell and acting like a demon from an Exorcist movie. Which, like, when she's under the spell, every scene she's in, there was one scene where, what's his name, Bear, he was in a bear room, he was scared, said, Nikki, what the freak are you doing? And she was like in the corner, and she was exactly like this. I don't know if y'all can see, let me turn the light back on. But, just when I turned off that light, it was just her standing in this corner, like she was standing in the corner like this. You can see, like, in the creepiest part, that's creepy itself, standing in the dark in the corner. But the other creepiest part, the most creepiest part, is her smiling. You can see her face halfway through the dark. Like, that's just so creepy. A pale face. Just imagine a pale face. As soon as you wake up, a pale face in the corner looking at you. You can't even see their whole body, just a pale face and a grin. The grin was so creepy. It'll have you on edge. When she's under the obsession spell, just know you'll be on edge and you'll be freaked out like crazy. Now, moving on, when she wasn't under the spell, phenomenal acting. What am I saying? That's a fictional character, Nikki. Indy Navarrete, who plays Nikki, she killed the role as a typical city girl. Not too much to say about city girls, but she kills the role as a normal type of girl, co-worker friend to her friends Ian, Bear. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. But I'm not saying that part was bad. Like, she still got good acting skills even before the spell. But once the spell activates and she's into that role, the intense, scary role, horror movie role, 10 100 billion out of 10 acting, like best horror movie acting I have ever seen in my life in a horror movie. Other horror movies don't compare. It don't compare to her acting. Indy Navarrete, you killed this role. I hope to see more of you. I hope they at least make a spin-off of Section 2. I don't know, because the ending scene, it left us, I guess you can say open-ended. But moving on to Bear's friend and Nikki's friend, I believe, his homeboy, Ian. Now, Ian, I love this character, but he may have me so ticked off. Like, there was one scene where Bear was saying, I gotta undo the spell, and you have to wish that I never did the spell. And he said, oh, all right, I'm gonna wish for $1 billion. And that's what made me mad. Like, you see your friend is struggling. He went to this ancient artifact store to get this ancient one wish willow thingamajig from who knows where, and you wish for $1 billion. Don't get me wrong. Hey, I'll take all that money, especially $1 billion. Yeah, give me that. But you see your friend Bear is in crisis, do you wish for $1 billion? Do you have any brain cells? But Ian was a good character, but it's just, he was just so annoying and ignorant sometimes. Like, bro, this is your homeboy we're talking about, and he did this spell by accident, and yet, instead of listening to his instructions saying undo the wish, you want to wish for some cheddar cheese, that Chamberlain, that money, $1 billion. Shoot, I'll take it. I'll take it, but still, it's your friend. He's in a panic and he's gonna wish for $1 billion. But still, good character. I like Ian. Just annoying at sometimes. And there was another scene where this was in the beginning of the movie, the first scene of the movie, the opening scene. They was at a diner, Bear and Ian. They was just talking and say, that's when Bear first told him, I got feelings for Nikki. And Ian said, yeah, just go ahead and tell her, you know, don't be scared. Go up to her, go up to Shorty and tell her you like her. And he was like, I don't like how he was trying to force Bear to do something he didn't want to do at the moment. Like, I get that you're trying to push him out there, like, don't be afraid, you're a man. But still, give it some time first. Don't just go up to a girl and say, oh, I like you. Like, give it some time. It takes patience. Don't just, I get Ian's trying to help his friend Bear, but still, my boy Ian, you gotta chill. Talking to a girl you like, especially when it's your friend, you gotta take it slow, my boy. But anyway, Ian's a good character. Moving on to the fourth character, which is another friend of theirs, their co-worker, Sarah. Sarah, she's a good character, not really a standout, but that doesn't mean she's a bad character. It's just not really a standout to me. She's a good character though. I love her character. Yeah, good character. Just didn't really stand out to me as Bear. I think Bear is overall the most interesting, if not best, and Indy Navarrete's character, Nikki. Those are the two characters I love throughout the movie. Love. The other ones, they're okay. You know, not standing out, but still good characters. Moving on to the ending. When I tell you this ending was insane, this ending was insane. So the ending happens when Bear's home. He runs to the bathroom. They just banging on the door, saying, "Bo, bo, bo, let me in!" And she was just tweaking because of the spell. And he was trying to figure out a way, because to undo the spell, you either gotta unalive the person under the spell, or you gotta unalive the person who did the spell, who asked for this. So Bear, he got some pills in the bathroom, trying to overdose himself, because I don't want you to take me down. But he takes a bunch of pills and tries to unalive himself to save Nikki from the spell, because that's the only way, or you take out Nikki. And he walks back into the living room of his house, and he just stares at Nikki, who's still under the spell, and he was just laughing like, it was just so creepy. I think that's the only creepy scene Bear had in this movie. That was the only creepy scene I seen from him, but wow. He has amazing acting range. Like, he can go from an introverted, nerdy boy to like creepy in an hour. But he laughs and then walks up to Nikki, gives her a kiss, and then he falls down. That's the end of Bear. No more Bear. That's it for his character. So that's why I said, I don't know if we're getting a Section 2. I heard they might do a spin, but if they do a spin-off, they have to do it like, I mean, they can say the same thing happened, but do it to another person, but try to change the story the best they can. Because this movie was brilliant. It was amazing. Great horror movie. I don't think any other horror movie that comes out this year will top Obsession. That's just me, my personal opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments. But the ending was wild, and after he's laying out on the ground, you know, Bear's done. Nikki returns back to her real self, because you know, like the rules is you gotta take out the person that did the spell, so the person that's under the spell can go back to normal. So she comes back to normal, snaps back to reality, and it pans to a TV with static, a lot of static, and then the movie cuts. That's the end. That's why I said the movie was insane. But anyway, back to Nikki. There was a scene I wanted to break down. It was when Bear was now there was one scene where Bear knew Bear, like, bro, are you serious right now? You're selfish. But it was Bear was trying to quietly sneak out the bed, and Nikki was talking in her sleep. And here's the confusing part: it was actually the real Nikki, but it was the obsessed Nikki that was controlling her body. I know that sounds confusing, but let me explain. So Nikki is still conscious, the real Nikki, but the obsessed one has control of her body, movement, all of that. But the real one has no function. So she's talking in her sleep, talking about take her out so this thing could leave her and she's free. But instead of Bear doing the most responsible thing, smart thing, guess what he says, y'all? He says, and I repeat, he says, "What's so bad about loving me?" I had to, whew, bro is selfish. But anyway, that's how I'm gonna leave it at that though. There are a few gory scenes in here. Of course, it's a horror movie. Well, I mean, horror movies have gory scenes. Not surprising. There was but let me get to this funny scene. There was a funny scene of, it was like a board game night with his friends Bear, Ian, Sarah, and Nikki. Obsessed Nikki at the time. And they was playing Jenga. Jenga's the block game where you put blocks, stack them up on top of each other. And they was like, the game was kiss the person that's next to you. The person next to Bear was Sarah, his homegirl. And Nikki got up, she made like a frown. It was funny, but also so unnatural at the same time. Like creepy, but also funny. She walks up and then like, she kind of shoves Sarah out the way, like, I was like, dang. And then she wanted to kiss from Bear because, you know, she's under the obsession spell. So it was awkward. Even his friend Ian was looking at him. He gave him the side eye. Bombastic side eye. He gave him the side eye. But yeah, there was a gory scene of it actually happened to Sarah actually. They was chilling in her car and they were talking about how Bear was talking about what's going on with Nikki to Sarah. And then Nikki comes out of nowhere. Mind you, this is in the middle of the night. Nikki runs out, and then I believe she throws a rock through Sarah's windshield, and then just completely grabs Sarah's head and smashes her head into the steering wheel. That's why I say it's the most gory scene throughout the movie. The other one is, but that was gruesome. But anyway, yeah, that's my full Obsession movie review. Hope you enjoyed. Are you watching the movie or are you not? Now there's certain audiences that's going to obviously love the movie. There's certain ones that's going to hate this movie. But let me know down in the comments. All right. 2K is just, oh, before I end the video, what am I saying? I gotta rate this movie. I'll give it a 9.9 out of 10. It's a really great horror movie, and I'm not just saying that because it's a horror movie. I'm saying that because of the story. Simple story like being obsessed with someone and twisting it into a greater story is just brilliant. Curry Barker, you could do this movie. 2K is out. Stay up, not down. Be the sound.
Hey, get in my way and try to block me, I'ma show aggression. Slide on your block like Danny Glover with a lethal weapon.